Really great opportunity for small businesses like ours to meet with, you know, different vendors, not only across the public spectrum, but also across the, some of the private names like Boeing.
We had a good time talking with GM and Montgomery County. We had a very good conversation with them as well too. And there's been several other really great companies that we've enjoyed talking with today. They've all been very friendly and very helpful.
The Ohio Business Matchmaker event began to fulfill two issues. Studies have shown that government agencies and prime contractors were challenged in securing a diverse and qualified supplier base that was needed to meet the mandated small and minority-owned business contracting goals. This event was to assist those entities in identifying appropriate matches. Also, we found that small businesses had hurdles in identifying contracting opportunities with government agencies and prime contractors.
Well, we're here to hopefully, connect with some companies that can use our products and services. This is my first time at this event. I think it's very well laid out and organized, and we're excited to be here, and we hope to come back next year. But I'll let you know at the end of the day how I do. But so far, so good.
We primarily supply services, support services, and everyone's our target audience. But we used to be automotive and more commercial, but now we're about 60% federal.
The federal government is the largest single purchaser of goods and services in the world. And it's part of the SBA's responsibility to try to get small businesses their fair share of those contracts. And the goal on a national basis is 23% of all federal spending goes to small business.
The Procurement Technical Assistance Program is specifically funded by the Department of Defense and the Ohio Department of Development. And the goal of the program is to help businesses identify contract opportunities with state, federal, and local governments. And so the Procurement Technical Assistance Center program is a strong supporter, and Minority Business Enterprise Division is also a sponsor, even though we house the Procurement Technical Assistance Center. Our two organizations came together to be a sponsor of the event so that we could help not only minority businesses, but the statewide business community have access to those government buyers.
In registering, I found it to be very easy since I was registered last year, or since I attended last year. I just had to go in and update my NAICS code. And then I was able to actually see matches. And the unique thing about it is that whenever a new buyer signs up, your matches are updated. From that, I was able to take my matches and basically go through and evaluate, which agencies had the best fit for me and where I had the most amount of opportunities.
The intent of the Matchmaker event was to actually have contracts in hand. And they did a pre-registration so that the sellers listed the goods and services that they provide, and the buyers, the over 250 government and private sector buyers, listed the contracts that they were trying to fill. So they did a pre-matching event where those sellers were able to know which buyers were buying the products that they sell, so they could actually target who they wanted to actually meet and develop relationships with.
The benefits include that under one roof in one day, you have over 250 buying entities that sellers have an opportunity to meet with. Second, you have training that's there throughout the day, specifically with various agencies on how they procure certain things and how to sell to them. So there's training going on. There's also B2B. There's plenty of business networking that's going on. In many cases, as businesses are waiting in line to meet with various agencies, they will begin to talk about certain things they have in common. And we have really seen outcome of not only business coming from the agencies and prime contractors, but where businesses from other states have met up and found out that they have some things in common, that they could really complement each other very well, and have worked deals out to follow up from the floor on that.
We had a very good turnout of prime contractors because of, I believe, Wright-Patterson. We had Lockheed, we had Northrop Grumman, and we had Boeing all there in force. we literally have billions of dollars of opportunity there. And we also want to have an opportunity for, let's say, a business that's never dealt with a government entity. So there are two options there: to be a subcontractor with a prime contractor, or to maybe work with a smaller government entity, such as a local municipality or a county organization. So we also try to get local, state, and federal representatives there in the government arena, as well as the large federal prime contractors.
There are service provider tables where we have resources that provide supportive services to small businesses, so you can gain more information on other state programs and other nonprofit organizations that provide resources.
We've got names and phone numbers of all the people that we need to contact, and we have some directions as far as who we've talked to and referrals getting into the door to talk to the corporations.
The idea of the Matchmaker event was not just to be able to have buyers in front of the sellers. It was also to have buyers with contract opportunities. So it's not just, hey, hi, this is what I do, yeah, take your car. They actually discussed solid contract opportunities and trying to find vendors to fill those opportunities. So in terms of a follow-up, it's real important for the seller to follow up with that buyer, make a call, schedule an appointment to further be able to close on the deal.
After the conference, we'll wait a week or so, and then we'll start to follow up with a lot of the contacts that we make.
I think that's key. I mean, you can go to any number of conferences and get nowhere, so it's follow-up that's so important. So we have a database and we put in all the people that we meet up with, and then just keep calling on them and call on them until they give you an appointment.